Algorithm Wire, Bite of Truth. Creators on the big screen, how YouTube's TV dominance and AI are rewriting the rules.
Is the creator economy officially becoming the television economy? Here is a number that will stop you in your tracks. YouTube now commands more viewing time in living rooms than any single streaming service. Not Netflix, not Hulu. For years, we've told you to think mobile first. Today, we are pivoting. The TV screen is the new battleground, and the rules of the game are being rewritten by open-source AI, data-obsessed brands, and a massive shift in how we handle platform risk. I'm Sebastian, and this is Algorithm Wire, Bite of Truth. I cut through the hype to give you the numbers first. Zero fluff scoop you need to save your channel and make more money. Here is the briefing for today. We are looking at the big screen shift, why YouTube's living room dominance changes everything about your production quality. Then, we're talking about the end of vibes, why brands are using predictive models to pick creators, and why authenticity might not save you. We've also got a tool that is democratizing AI discovery, so you don't have to rely on TikTok's fickle algorithm. Plus, we'll look at the risk playbook for the looming TikTok uncertainty and spotlight Markiplier's move from Let's Plays to Hollywood. All the intel you need to stay ahead of the curve, coming up right now.
Industry analysis and trends.
Let's start with the macro picture. The biggest headline this week isn't about a new feature drop. It's about where the eyes are. We are seeing a fundamental migration of attention from the smartphone in your pocket to the 60-inch screen on your wall. YouTube is executing an aggressive strategy to dominate television consumption. They aren't just hoping you watch on TV. They are incentivizing it, improving the tech for it, and selling ads against it. This matters because it signals a shift from a mobile-first strategy to a TV-first reality. Here is the data. YouTube is beating individual streaming giants in living room watch time. This changes the economics of your channel. When a viewer watches on a TV, they aren't scrolling past your video in 3 seconds. They are leaning back. They are committing. And the CPMs, the cost per mil, or the ad revenue you earn per 1,000 views, are generally higher on connected TVs than they are on mobile. But there is a squeeze coming. If your content is formatted for a vertical phone, screen-fast cuts, tiny text, talking heads, it might not translate to a cinematic TV experience. The creators winning this new era are the ones treating their channels like cable networks, not just vlogs. And look at the Super Bowl. Even the biggest sporting event on Earth is integrating creators. Major brands didn't just buy 30-second slots with celebrities. They built influencer strategies around the game. This confirms that ad dollars are shifting from traditional TV talent to creators who can act like TV talent. The trend is clear. The barrier between YouTuber and television star has dissolved. If you aren't optimizing your thumbnails and formatting for the 10-foot experience, you are leaving money on the table.
Creator content and impact.
So, how do you adapt your content for this new reality? Let's bring this down to the creative level. If the screen is getting bigger, your production value needs to level up. We're already seeing creators pivot to longer form, documentary-style storytelling that holds up on a 4K display. A prime example of this evolution is Markiplier, otherwise known as Mark Fishbach. He just released a short film called Iron Lung. This isn't just a long YouTube video. It is a legitimate expansion of his Wilford Warfstache character universe. He is moving beyond the platform to build IP intellectual property that lives outside of YouTube. This is the YouTube to Hollywood pipeline accelerating. Markiplier isn't waiting for a studio to call him. He's building the studio himself. This impacts you because it raises the bar. When the top 1% of creators start releasing high-production films, the audience's expectation for what free content looks like changes. You don't need a Hollywood budget, But you do need to think about your visual language. Are your graphics readable on a TV? Is your audio mix good enough for a soundbar? The phone aesthetic is becoming a niche, not the standard. The creators winning the living room are the ones treating their content like a premium product, not a disposable feed.
Creator monetization and partnerships.
Okay, the content is shifting, but let's talk about the money. The way you get paid is changing just as fast as the way you shoot. We are moving from the era of vibes to the era of variables. Brands like The Real and Shark Ninja are no longer just scrolling through TikTok and picking people who look cool. They are using predictive models and massive data sets to guide creator partnerships. This is data-driven creator vetting. Instead of asking, does this creator feel authentic? Brands are asking, does this creator's audience composition match our predictive sales model? They are looking at engagement rates, audience retention curves, and conversion history. Here is the controversial takeaway. This might kill authenticity as a marketing buzzword, or it might finally measure what actually works. If you are a creator, this means you need to know your numbers better than the brands do. You cannot just sell vibes anymore. You need to sell data-backed ROI. On the flip side, this professionalizes the industry. If you have the data, you can demand higher rates. But it also creates a barrier to entry. If you are a micro creator without sophisticated analytics, you might get squeezed out by the data-perfect mid-tier creators.
Creator tools and platforms.
This brings us to our tools and trends segment of the show. Today's spotlight tool is a concept rather than just one app. Open source AI content discovery, specifically tools like related postgen. Here is the problem. We are all at the mercy of proprietary algorithms, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. If they change the code, your traffic dies. Related postgen and similar tools are democratizing semantic analysis. They allow publishers of all sizes to implement sophisticated content recommendation systems on their own websites. Think of it like building your own private YouTube algorithm for your own blog or newsletter. Why does this matter? It reduces dependence on the platform. If you drive traffic to your own site, an AI tool can recommend your other articles or videos to that visitor, keeping them in your ecosystem, not YouTube's. Up next, sidebar. It is privacy first, which is a huge selling point for audiences tired of tracking. For a solopreneur, this is autonomy. It allows you to compete with the recommendation tech of the big platforms without needing a team of engineers.
Creator funding and investment.
Finally, let's look at the business of survival and platform risk. The big story is the ongoing TikTok uncertainty in the US. But here is the reality check. Brands are treating this uncertainty as a cost of doing business, not a reason to leave. They are building safety nets and contingency plans. This is the platform risk playbook. For creators, the lesson is brutal but necessary. Diversification is no longer optional. It is mandatory. You cannot build your house on rented land. We are seeing a shift in investment strategy too. Venture capital isn't just throwing money at creator funds anymore. They are investing in the infrastructure of the creator economy, the tools, the analytics, and the cross-platform management systems. But for the individual creator, funding your own risk management means building an email list, owning your IP like Markiplier, and treating every social platform as a discovery engine, not a storage locker. If TikTok vanishes tomorrow, do you still have a business? If the answer is no, you aren't running a business. You're working for TikTok for free.
Special segment, Creator Spotlight.
In today's Spotlight, I want to circle back to the Iron Lung project by Markiplier. While we often talk about creator crossover as if it's a new trend, Markiplier is actually doing it. He leveraged a massive loyal audience built on gaming to crowdfund and produce a horror film. The challenge here is audience carryover. Just because you have 20 million subscribers doesn't mean 20 million people will buy a movie ticket or rent a film. The success of this project hinges on whether a viewer can be converted into a fan willing to pay directly for a product. This is the frontier of the creator economy, direct-to-consumer media. If Markiplier succeeds, we will see a flood of creators bypassing Hollywood studios to go straight to their audiences. If he struggles, it proves that subscription and ad models are still superior to one-off purchases. For creators, watch this space closely. It is a bellwether for the entire industry. All right, let's recap the bite of truth for today. The living room is the new mobile. Optimize your content for the TV screen before the CPMs leave you behind. The vibes era is over. Brands are buying data, so start tracking your metrics if you want to get paid. And finally, platform risk is real-use open-source AI tools to own your discovery and build a safety net outside of TikTok. If you found this breakdown valuable, the best way to support us is to subscribe on your favorite podcast app and leave a rating. For all the links and resources we talked about today, including the AI discovery tools, head over to newsletter.biteoftruth.com. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on Algorithm Wire.